Folks, welcome. We are just about 45 minutes away from Sabres puck drop against Toronto, but it is time to drop the Buffalo Bracket 2023. My goodness, what a year it's been. It feels like forever since we've seen a Final Four of Transit Drive-In, Brother Bill's Game Day videos, Josh Allen and Rick Jeanneret facing off, and it is time for 68 components of living in Western New York to fight again. Let's get our panel in here. Was ready to do battle. Oh, I'm brought myself in here twice, looking like captain. There we go. Here we go. They are all in. That was probably, I mean, I gotta get the elephant out of the room. That was probably the funniest thing that's ever happened on a Trainwreck show.
I was crying. He looked so lost.
I love Captain.
Did I miss something?
No, you did. We're ready for the show, and we're ready to have a great time. It is the Buffalo Bracket 2023. Guys, honestly, every time you try and predict something, every time you try and figure out what's going to happen with this Buffalo Bracket, it blows back in your face because it's that unpredictable. What are you looking forward to most this year, 2023?
Clearly the Transit Drive-In not being in this.
No collusion.
Fair. No issues with the voting. Micah, Ferdinand, what do you got?
Listen, it's a heavy hitter final that we got to live up to this year. Rick Jeanneret versus Josh Allen. That was
a heavy hitter. That was Duke, Kansas, basically.
The main event that you asked for. Like, we built up to that. So I wonder what it's going to be. It's going to have to try to live up to a lot, though.
All right, Captain, nods in agreement.
I'm looking for no.
Well, hey, without further ado, we're not going to keep you guys out of the loop any further. Let's get our selection video. Can we get this up here? Here we Wait, I got to start the video first. There we go. Okay, we have the Buffalo Bracket 2023 set to reveal. Very awesome work here done by our producer, Don. So shout out to him for getting it going. Let's see how far am I should I seek a little bit? You see the regions here. Obviously, we always get the controversy. Is something actually North Town, South Towns, Niagara Frontier? Here we go, though. Starting in the North Towns with the #1 overall seed. It is City of Good Neighbors. What a year for that, and what a year for the passion of this Buffalo City. They'll face off against the 16 seed Buffalo Creek Casino, our first 116. And the 8-9, we have 8 Ted's Hot Dogs, 8 seed. And going against a hometown, Perry's Ice Cream. We got food facing off. We got Buffalo Zoo, the 5 seed, all kinds of on there all year long, and then we have a first 4 matchup, which will reveal. So we got a little suspense still going here. That's not a bye. Seneca One Tower. I know that's going to be a controversial 4 seed. I could already hear the complaints going in every direction. They'll be facing off against another landmark, City Hall, as a 13. Can't go anywhere in the summer without those Bison's theme nights, Star Wars, and more. A 6 seed, they'll go against Elmwood Farmers Market. I got to get my pronunciation going. Brother Bill's Videos, a Final Four participant last year. Oh my gosh, Sabres Twitter with a first round matchup against Brother Bill. Are you kidding me? And it'll be local company Just Dish and Kuna 7 against Riverworks, a place where they've actually hosted events in the past. So that'll be very interesting. We have a 2 seed, great place to raise a family, always a perennial seed here in the Buffalo Bracket. And then Adam Ziglis Cartoons rounding out our party here at the 5. Let me pull up our, let's see, well, that was the North Towns region, I believe. Let me get it pulled up here. Those are some heavy hitters early, though.
There's going to be some wars in there.
In the first round, I'm seeing Perry's Ice Cream and Ted's Hot Dogs, and I think Sabres Twitter versus Brother Bill's videos might get blood.
Yeah. I'm looking at that 8-9 matchup specifically myself. Everyone knows I'm quite the connoisseur of hot dogs. Little known fact, Meerkat's lactose intolerant, so I'm going to be all in pushing for Ted's against the ice cream. Perry, sure, it's good, but it's poison to me.
I think the Creek getting a 16 seed. That's tough. That's tough.
They shouldn't even have a seed.
Buffalo
they need to get rid of those speed bumps.
Looking into it, I don't believe they've made it out of the first round once. They've got music on main, Sid Jamal.
Yeah, they do. No, they're no matter where you put them, they were going down first round.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to I'm looking forward to Brother Bill versus Bison's theme nights here. I mean, there's just so much you can get on tap in this North Downs region. With that said, I want to ask you guys a question.
Mhm.
Are you questioning Seneca One Tower as a 4?
No, but that's an interesting matchup.
No.
That's a very interesting first round matchup.
Seneca One Tower.
Friend of the program.
You have a beautiful looking building now in
Mhm.
Seneca One Tower, and
Mhm.
City Hall looks like it could use a wash and a
Old school versus new school.
They do have a basketball court.
Washed multiple times.
It always sticks out to me how many air conditioners are in the windows in City Hall. Like,
So-
why don't they just install like central air?
A lot of
I
air.
don't know.
Lot of air.
Guys, they hang big banners for the Bills sometimes.
That is true. That's gonna be looked at, positively, I'm sure,
Yep.
by the voting committee for sure. But with that said, City of Good Neighbors, great place to raise a family. Is there? We have an early contender. If there's gonna be a non-1 or 2 Final Four seed, I think it could be Brother Bill, 3 in this one.
100%, no
Yeah.
doubt. Brother Bill. I mean, looking at this, I will put Brother Bill going to the Final Four at like minus 400.
Minus
Really?
400. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yes, dude.
I don't know.
It's my
What
favorite.
a year
but
for
it's-
City
but
of
that's-
Good Neighbors, though. Think about the blizzards. Think about Squirrel Winter shoveling out Josh Allen, or
Yeah.
plowing him out. I mean, the City of Good Neighbors was on full display.
I don't know. Hey, Brother Bill, he went to the Final Four last year. He's going again this year.
Okay.
I feel bad. I feel like Brother Bill got a bad draw. That's my guy. But Sabres Twitter as a 14, I don't know. I think they got snubbed a little bit.
Depends
A
what mood
sneaky
Sabres Twitter's in,
14
though.
there.
I'm gonna say,
Depends
like,
what mood
I
they're
don't
in on the
know.
day.
It's gonna be very interesting to see what kind of mood Sabres Twitter's in when this voting comes to fruition.
This is like an Indiana-Kent State matchup, in my opinion.
okay. Well,
Yeah,
are
that's
you
a good comp. I like that.
Sure.
that is pretty solid. That
Anyone
is pretty
could win.
solid. Speaking of solid, let's move into our next region here in the Best of Buffalo bracket 2023.
Where are we moving? Let's
We
go.
are into the Niagara Frontier, folks, and coming
Ooh.
in at a 1 seed. You know them, you love them. Chicken wings. Let's face it.
Yeah.
First thing you do anytime you get into Buffalo, even in a down year with
Strong
prices
favorite.
being crazy, and they'll face on upstart Albright Knox Art Gallery almost being finished.
Almost.
coming in at an 8, we have Mighty Taco. Some would say kind of like a couple of down years more recently for Mighty Taco, but they'll see if they make some noise against Niagara Falls. And coming in at 5, they're returning this year. Well, they returned last year, but in more prowess this year. St. Patrick's Day Parade going against another classic event, the 11-day power play. At 4, you have Beef on Whack, a historic powerhouse in this bracket, going against the 13 seed Ride for Roswell. I think Ride for Roswell can make some noise there. Easy Access Airport making a return after a couple of years. It missed out because of COVID. Going against Buffalo Eats, making their first appearance in the Best of Buffalo bracket. A big year, a big milestone year for Buffalo Eats. We'll get into them. Blue Collar U,
3
winning
seed?
a championship, putting Buffalo on their
I love
back.
that.
We'll go against the play-in game from the 14, which we'll reveal at the end. Griselda. I mean, let's face it, we had
Strong
Drumwork
7.
Fest. We had Drumwork Fest.
Big
we
year
had
for
doing
Griselda.
against Shays Performing Arts, 2 performing parties going head-to-head in that 7-10 matchup. And then we have the first spring happy hour. I mean, come on. How much more fired up could you be about a first spring happy hour than this year?
Wow.
Going against Daniel
Oh my
Garcia.
gosh.
So obviously Daniel Garcia, for those
That's
of you
a
who don't
tough
know,
draw.
a Buffalo-born wrestler, actually won a title in Buffalo last year while being introduced by West Side Gun.
So cool.
Let's see. Let me pull this up.
Tough draw,
Okay,
though.
we have our Niagara
tough
Frontier
draw.
region. Boys, what sticks out? Talk to me here. And by the way, folks, I see tons of people, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, get chiming in. What sticks out to you in this bracket? Gents, what's sticking out to you?
I think Pizza Logs can take down Blue Collar U.
Yeah,
If they get
I'm
past
with
my
it.
mustard,
I'm with
Yeah,
Pizza
well,
Logs. I'm with
Weber's
Pizza Logs
mustard.
heavy.
Weber's mustard is not going to roll over. By the way, I actually spoiled
No.
the play-in games, I guess, here on this one. Mustard. Sorry, Donnie. Mustard / Pizza Logs coming in here. But yeah, Blue Collar U. I don't know. I think Al, it'll be very interesting to me. I think that account carries a lot of weight. We're just starting to get into TBT season. And I think if they get behind it, they could make some noise there as well. But Buffalo Eats at an 11. I think that's big as well.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm looking at the bottom half of that bracket.
It's a war
So
zone.
from Easy Access Airport to Daniel Garcia, I think anyone can get to the Elite Eight.
Yes,
I don't-
It's gonna be a fist fight in that bottom half.
I do
of
have some
Niagara Frontier.
controversy here potentially because we do have maybe some interpretation to the voters here. The
Here we go.
2 seed, Spring Happy Hour. Have we already had the first Spring Happy Hour? Have we already had that? During
No.
the week it was 60 and stuff. We're
0%.
back in the winter, or are we not counting that? Are we still awaiting the first real Spring Happy Hour?
When was it 60?
Dude, a few
It
weeks
was.
ago,
It
was.
and sunny. I was out.
That
How
was
about-
not spring.
No, that was an isolated event. That was an
I know,
island event.
it's just
Similar
one
to
of those,
Lost. But
Yeah,
this is
no,
a
I
big
get what you're
time
saying here. I
slugfest.
get what you're saying, but the first Spring Happy Hour is like, it's almost like a groundhog seeing its shadow. Like it's gonna be warm for the rest of the year. Like you can put the jacket in the closet. You can put the
Yes.
winter jacket in the closet. Is when the first Spring Happy Hour hits. I would say.
I could easily see chicken wings and St. Patrick's Day parade facing off later in the bracket. I don't know.
I'm just
Those
saying.
are tough.
I think Daniel Garcia is going to be very offended by a 15 seed if he sees this, and
He's
there are
making
going to be
his
some
bracket
stands on
debut.
there.
Well, he's got.
I'm just saying, if he sees a 15, he's not going to be happy.
I do
All I know-
appreciate
all
the
I know
committee's, non-bias here, because not everyone's super into wrestling too.
I'm not saying-
Time app. He's got
I'm not
chance
saying
to
he
prove
doesn't
it.
belong. I'm not saying it's not a proper rating. I'm just saying there is a good stand backing that would probably be upset with a 15.
Yeah,
we got
No, I
our
don't
guy
disagree.
Gatesy trying to piss me off in the comments here.
Uh-oh. But
Also-
okay,
Go ahead, Al.
I was just gonna say the 8, 9, 5, 12, 4, 13, all incredible matchups. Like
Yeah.
those
Yeah,
were
this is to be honest, and I said this to you guys in the pre-show. It's like you get the candidates and you see them or whatever. Once you really start matching them up against it, it's almost comical, like how funny and how heavyweight these matchups are early.
Oh yeah, I think Griselda Records is a 7 seed is underrated. I think they have a good shot to go far in terms of when you think about Buffalo. They put Buffalo on the map in the music scene, and they continue to do great things. I don't know. I
true.
think they can make a little run.
The one thing I do want to say here is at the middle bottom of the Niagara Frontier bracket, I could see Beef on Wex stumbling early.
Mhm.
I could see St. Patrick's Day Parade not having all the momentum since it hasn't happened yet. It's happening Sunday. Second round, 11-day power play versus Ride for Roswell.
I could definitely see. Yep, I could see a 12-13er.
For sure.
I like
for
it.
sure.
Yep.
But with that said,
Chicken
like
wings are my
now,
favorite.
I mean, yeah.
Chicken
You want to
wings
talk
might-
about odds to make the Final Four? Chicken wings have to be minus 500.
2,000.
I know they're going to get absolutely washed in the first round, but I do respect the committee so much for putting Albright and Knox almost being finished on the board.
I mean, if we've had to look at that for the past 7 years, it almost being done and returning this May, folks, is
Yep.
definitely worth noting and definitely worth being in the bracket. Shout out to our committee there, folks. We are rolling along again. Shout out everybody tuning in, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. We see you. We love it. Let's see
Oh, yeah.
what is up next in the Buffalo bracket. We are going to go to the Southtowns, baby.
Let's
Let's
go.
go.
Let's
Let's
go.
go. Here we go. And coming in at a 1 seed, Bills Mafia. Oh my gosh. Well, that's not going to be an easy out. And they will go against a winner of first four, which we'll reveal on when I show it as
Maybe.
the frozen.
Really?
Who knows what's coming?
Delaware Park coming in at an 8 seed. A lot of functions there. Most Buffalo making its Buffalo bracket debut as a 9 seed. Dingus Day making some noise, a 5. I mean, let's face it, Spring Happy Hour, Dingus Day. These are the things in the spring we're going to be looking forward to. Going against Sabres Goathead, making its debut, obviously, as it's the retro year. They've been making noise in the Goatheads. They're going to need to finish strong in them. Wegmans, a perennial powerhouse in this tournament, going against another local favorite. Where's Lloyd Taco? 6 Elite Fall Day makes its
Oh,
debut. What
get outta
the shit
here.
is that? Come
Who
to
made
the
it?
North
Go.
Brody. Who
You
put
go.
Elite Fall Day?
Go.
3, we have Howard Simon, a
Oh.
40-year illustrious career. Howard picks the Bills.
Ooh.
But that's not an easy matchup. 14
Wow.
Bandit land with our Bandits currently in first
Wow.
Wow.
place. 7 cost of living. Not surprising that cost of living. I mean, they were barely even in the they were first 4 out for a little while. Chivetta's chicken. I can see a meaty matchup there. And then Bills playoff home games.
Mm.
versus Larkinville.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Wow.
Immediate reaction jumping off the page. Bandit Land advancing at least 2 rounds, in my opinion.
Over Howard
way.
Simon?
No
I mean,
way.
Are
No
you
way.
kidding me?
Howard Simon
They-
has averaged a couple wins each year.
What?
Howard's going to be tough to take out.
I think it's a
What
great
happened?
matchup, but Banditland packs KBC every single game. And you're telling me those
Howard
people,
has a lot of momentum. Howard's
Has
got a lot of
Banditland ever
momentum.
picked
I
the
love
Bills,
Howard.
brother?
I
I'm
love
just
Howard.
saying, he's got a lot of momentum.
What did he say?
Has Banditland ever picked the Bills, brother?
Wait, real quick. Who did Howard lose to last year?
Howard lost to the drive-in.
Was
So
the dr- okay,
Was that Elite Eight?
it had to have been. I think. Yeah, he was making a strong push to get to the Final Four, but it didn't happen.
I'm just thinking fan bases. I know Howard has a huge fan base, but I could equally say Banditland has a very big fan base as well.
Yo, no, Howard picks the Bills, lost to Loganberry last year.
Wait.
I left that up while we were too busy talking. I got distracted. It's all your guys' faults.
Oh Jesus!
But yeah, wait, hold on. I'm pulling it up. The one thing because I did get correct. I noticed an error that I do have to correct right away, and this is why I take accountability. Bills playoff home games is supposed to be Bills primetime home games. I got this from the executive because Bills playoff.
I don't know.
Primetime home games. Here's the deal. This is the fact: is that there were virtually none for the last 15 years,
True.
and then there were 3 this past year. So
True.
something that
Okay.
needs to be taken into consider. And this is the one thing I want to look at here: that Bills Mafia versus Bills primetime home games. I mean, one of them's going to eat each other before they get out of this bracket.
That's a
True.
big snub for Bills.
I'm picking
playoff home
Howard.
games.
I'm going with Howard.
Howard can eat them both. Bandit
I'm going to
Land
Howard to the
will
Final
do
Four.
both if Captain's in charge.
Great
No,
point by
I-
Colin in the chat.
I think it's gonna be a battle. I feel like they both have great fan bases.
I will
But
say
what-
I am wearing a Sabres goat head right now, but as a Polish American, I can't go against Dingus Day either. Dingus Day might get a good run. It's good timing too. We're gonna come
I
right
was
up.
at first. I was
Coming up.
surprised. Isn't
and
St.
folks-
Patrick's Day a 5 seed too?
Listen, I know Bills Mafia is going to have a lot of momentum, but don't sleep on that first round matchup against those 2 upstart teams. We have Rudy's Blue Cheese,
Rudy's
founded
is
in
tough,
Buffalo,
man.
and
Mhm.
making their first appearance in the Buffalo bracket. Wrong turn into Canada.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yeah, I know about that one a little bit.
I mean, everyone has a good wrong turn into Canada story. That's the thing.
It's
That's
true.
why it's
Yeah.
so magical.
It's the worst.
that exit by what? Lewiston? That's a tough
Yep.
one.
Well, there's the
Yeah.
one by Lewiston, and then obviously
There's the
you got
Peace Bridge one though that
the
you
Peace
just go
Bridge-
quick. It's so quick, and
It's
then
the
you're
right
Peace
near our
trapped.
work, so it
then
understands
you're
how
trapped.
that happened to Captain. I mean,
It's a circle. It's literally a circle. Like,
I was just trying to go to the 4 seed Wegmans, and I ended up
if
in
you
Canada.
if you make a momentary wrong decision,
Honestly. So for that, I would be taking Rudy's all day.
okay, all right, Rudy's. All right, Rudy's. Well, we'll be rooting for these picks to actually show correctly. Let me pull up the Southern tier, our final region here in the Buffalo bracket. People might have got
Let's
a little
go.
spoilers. It's okay. Let's get it out here. Here we go. The Southern tier, our final 1 seed in the Best of Buffalo bracket 2023 is
That can't be
local
high school
breweries.
fans.
Can't go wrong. Powerhouse. That's like Kansas. Even with a couple losses, they're still going to find their way to a
true
1
blue
seed.
blood.
Zubas Zubas. We'll see. That could take down local breweries. We got Loganberry queuing in at 8 versus Jesse Pagula. Top 5
Wow.
in the world in tennis, making her debut in the Best of Buffalo bracket. 5, Elmwood Village, always a perennial contender. Consumers Beverages making their debut on the Best of Buffalo bracket. Lack of Traffic as a 4 seed. Okay. I think it's still a powerhouse. Taste of
Oh, yeah.
Buffalo, though. People always say they don't like the Taste of Buffalo, but then all of a sudden it's always in the 32 round of 16. Paula's Donuts, a perennial favorite, going against Tim Hortons. Okay, shout out to the committee on that one. Shout out to the committee on
Wow.
that one.
They
I
know
like
what
that.
they're
That's
doing.
easy though.
They did. Then that's an easy call. I like as oh my Canal Side will go against our first 4 candidate. Labatt making their debut in the Buffalo bracket as a 7 seed.
Shout
They'll
out.
go against Sponge Candy. Not an easy out. 7-10. That's basically a pick 'em. And then you have Summertime Weather, which I think fittingly gets a 2, versus Jim's Steakhouse. Okay.
Some Jim's Steakhouse sounds great.
A lot to digest there. So now I think the video will be running this through our first 4 matchups, which we really haven't broken down too much. So guys, give me any heavy leans in these first 4 matchups as they come up on here on the bracket. Thanks to our producer Don. Again, we got meat raffles. One I was lucky to host a couple weeks ago, going against local golf.
Wow.
Good one.
Making a lot of noises. Again, those are 2 things you're getting people together in those. Weber's mustard.
I'm telling
versus
you, pizza
original
logs.
pizza logs. I mean, this is
Pizza
a
logs
heavyweight
for sure.
local
All day.
match here.
All day.
Pizza log.
Can you put pizza logs in Weber's mustard?
You could.
Wrong
if
turn
I'd
into
recommend
Canada.
that, though.
I think that's gonna win just because everyone has so many good
People
stories.
are gonna. Yeah.
Rudy's blue
Yeah.
cheese. I love Rudy's, but it's time to make it. And then we have Explore Buffalo, our final one here, versus Legacy House.
Ooh.
Shout out
Wow.
Legacy House.
Okay.
Making their debut, a local content creator program, one of the first of its kind in Buffalo. So shout out to them.
Very cool.
Shout out to everything that we got going on. And this is the final look at it, folks. We will get a better zoomed in option, but this is your best of Buffalo bracket 2023. I will note a couple of changes that the committee's made from past years. You'll notice that there's really no pizza or wings places on here. I think the committee noted that they kind of wanted pizza and chicken wings, cup and char pepperoni and chicken wings to kind of stick out more on their own, but there are, some of the perennial favorites as well. So shout out to our bracket creators there. So we'll get that off the screen before anything inappropriate comes up. And gents, a
Whoa.
lot to digest, but let's see. What do we got? Best of Buffalo. There we go. So we'll go region by region here. Got the South Towns again, the 1 seed Bills Mafia, Most Buffalo making their debut, Elite Fall Day debut, Bandit Land debut. A lot of debuts here in the Best of Buffalo bracket this year. Southern Tier, Zuba's debut, Jesse Bagula making her debut, Legacy House, Explore Buffalo making their debut there, Labatt making their debut. A lot to digest, a lot going on. You guys might get cheering with it. That wasn't even on cue. That was all just natural. But
rooting for.
Yeah, what are you guys thinking? Any upsets particularly that you have your eyes on?
I think those playing games are really good. Those are like all even matchups in my opinion.
I think those should be some scrappy matchups for sure. And I think a lot of those, whether they're organizations, foods, or entities can make some noise once they're in.
I'm curious to see which season triumphs because within Trainwreck we've had a lot of inner discourse. So I'm excited to see first spring happy hour, beautiful fall day, like all these. I want to see what goes the furthest, what the people are really behind.
I think over the course of the Buffalo Brackets history, Maniac knows Music on Main happy hours can't ever win a matchup. So I think first spring happy hour is toast.
Wow.
And people in Buffalo love fall. So yeah,
It'll be again. It's so interesting because people will say stuff in the comments like, "Oh, Taste of Buffalo sucks," like yada yada. Then Taste of Buffalo, like you said, will just trounce like first spring happy hour, which is something that you can't joke to me. 100% of people are looking forward to. Right?
Yeah, you'll be waiting 45 minutes
amazing,
for a meatball, at Taste of Buffalo. It brings the people in. It gets them going.
I can't wait to see home playoff Bills games in the NIT. I think that should be a good 1 seed as we look towards that, because it did get snubbed. But yeah,
if we are gonna go with like upset picks, I mean, you could get a Howard Brother Bill final.
I think that's what the people want.
momentum
I think that's what
right
the people want. I think the people's champ is Brother Bill, and Howard is gonna get a good. Once Howard's vote is out, he is going to get a groundswell that it's gonna be good this year.
Yeah,
He went on
actually,
such a big run
more-
last year. I just see it.
I'm
See it
Team
happen.
Howard. I'm Team
See,
Howard. Banditland
I
doesn't
love
have the
Howard.
juice.
I love
Team
Brother
Howard coming from the guy who picked Bandit.
Doesn't even know who Howard is.
Yeah,
I would
just
love
think-
like a Brother Bill Howard matchup, and then Brother Bill, being the incredible guy he is, might be like, okay, I want Howard to win this. No, Brother Bill, I'm going to talk to you. If this happens, I want you to be cutthroat.
He did that last year. Remember, he went up against Josh Allen. He's like, "Well, Josh Allen should win." And I'm like, "No, like that's
No,
not
we
how this
want
works."
smear campaigns. If you need if you need an advisor, I got you.
You can't
You got to turn into a
spell smear
hater
without
for
mirror.
2 days at least.
Seriously, this is incredible. Guys, thanks for joining us here on the Buffalo Bracket 2023 Real Show. So much to look forward to. The matchups will begin rolling. It's just like the tournament, folks. When those first four get going on TV, we will be underway with our first four through the end of the tournament. So stay tuned to all the action for that. The polls will be taking place on Twitter, but we'll be posting links on Facebook and Instagram as well, so you can follow along. It's an amazing time. It's awesome to be a Buffalonian with the weather getting better. I just looked outside. It was still like a little bit light out, which is awesome. Shout out to the weather. Shout out to everyone for chiming in, and let's have a great bracket, boys.
Hell yeah. Let's do it. Shout out.
Pleasure.
Some good upsets now.
Now.